Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's been a while. I've been doing nothing but just trading stocks, staying in my bag, staying out the way. You know what I'm saying? But let's get right back into it. So today was the FOMC meeting, Free Open Market Committee. So they announced today they was going to cut interest rates. Finally, interest rate affects everything as far as home loans, um, credit card loans, anything that you think of with an interest rate pretty much affects that. You know what I'm saying? So today they finally announced that. Let me get to the news reports. So it's the headline today. Powell says jobs market no longer very solid after Fed cuts rates. So how does that help the economy? How does that affect the market? So boom, here we go. So interest rates too high, companies got to take out loans. They charge them more money on those interests, and that makes them hire less people, right? So that's why we're seeing weak job data report the last couple weeks, couple months. Also people mortgage rates. People not getting as much many mortgage no more because interest rates been high as heck. Right now, interest rates for a mortgage is 7%, and that's just a whole lot compared to the pandemic where it's around 2 to 3%, right? So the economy been really struggling the last couple of years, and they finally cut interest rates to bring things down, and it's gonna make eventually the markets go up soon. So that's what was going on today. It was a big market event. I think one of the biggest economic data that will come out within this month. So that's finally over. Market shouldn't be as volatile as something random come up. And right now it says Tesla is redesigning door handles that drew safety scrutiny. So speaking of Tesla, if anybody been watching the markets, you've seen that Tesla. We'll look at the charts right now. TSLA. It just had a monster rally. So I did try to trade Tesla to the downside. I made some money off on it. Then I got out right before I rallied up. Let me clear out this drawn. Clear drawn set. Oh, not that one. Remove drawn. There you go. Right. So from here to here, Tesla was traded normal. What happened? So the CEO Elon Musk announced he would buy more shares of the company. Right. So when the owner, CEO, or any board member decide to buy more shares of the company, it's going to increase the value of the stock, because he's not just buying 100 or 200 shares; he's buying 1,000,000 shares, right? So when he announced that, that made everybody get in, and it shot up. So still, Tesla is still traded way above its value. Also, at the end of this month, uh, September 30th, Tesla is losing a tax credit, which accounts for about 2% of its income, right? So that won't reflect until about Q1 or Q2 of 2026. So you won't see that in the Q4, the Q3 report that'll be coming out sometime next month. You will see that reflect more so in the Q1, Q2 report of next year. So be on the lookout for that. Investors will not be happy about that, and I'm pretty sure next time Tesla announces earnings in 2026, we will see a decline to the downside. So be wary on that. If you have any leaps, be very conscious that is coming out, right? And usually towards the end of the year, we see that the markets take a dip, a slight dip, usually going to September and throughout the month of October. Sometimes it rally up for a moment, then after that, it kind of dies out a little bit as we get to the holidays, all right? So also keep that in mind for people who are bullish on the market. I know recently we had all-time highs with NASDAQ and S&P 500. I did trade those. Let's look at the NDX. This is the NASDAQ. So I believe this was about early August. I was trading NASDAQ, and we reached all-time highs here, and now we had new all-time highs there. Was this today? We reached all-time highs today? Wow, I didn't realize it. So no, today the markets did take a slight dip. It was early this morning. So early this morning, I got into a trade. It was a put option. It was very brief. I got in around open, got out around 11 o'clock. Actually, it was about exactly 11:05, and I made over 80% return. I put in $100 into a put option. 0 days expiration. I shared it in my group chat. Everybody thought I was crazy. I was like, "What are you doing, man? It's like 0 days expiration." And I was like, Well, it's not craziness, it's skill and experience. Because I trade the markets all the time. I know what's going to happen when a Fed Reserve speak. You're going to have a choppy market. You're going to have some ups, you're going to have some downs. And as you can see, what happened today, the market opened up high, then it went straight down, then it rallied up a little bit, then it shot straight down again. So we had a good, what's this, 1, 4, this is a 15-minute chart, 4, 5. We have 5 dips to the downside today. So that was 5 chances. The bears had a chance to make money. Also, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4 opportunities today for bullish people to make money. So today, I would say nobody lost, nobody won. It was like a stagnant day. If you traded the markets correct, right? I made money from one side, which was the downside. I was expecting negative news. People are very fearful when the Federal Reserve speaks. So it makes sense for the markets to sell off a little bit. They have multiple dips. We did have more lows than we had highs today, so it makes sense to be in put options or short selling, right? And if I'm looking at this correct, it looks like we open up and close around right around the same range. It's 24,287 and it closed at 24,248. So like a 1/4% on and off, something like that. But then it wasn't really much of a change. We did close lower. So in my opinion, this is a sign of a bearish market because if you can see, we had all-time highs here, right? Then yesterday it closed lower than open. The next day, which is today, it closed lower than open. So we are slowly going on a downtrend, and some people don't realize it. And what's going to end up happening was we are slowly entering into a bear market. The trend is there, and if we zoom out, oops, let's go to the 1-hour chart. You can see it's starting to kind of form this head and shoulders pattern. And I more so see that with Apple. So that's why I have multiple put option positions in Apple with different expiration dates. So let's see if we can go to the 5-minute chart. So here Apple is kind of forming this double top pattern here where it's keep rejecting the 241 price mark. So here's about 241. It will 240 to be exact. So about 239, 240, it rejected strong resistance. I wouldn't say a strong support here because the strong support would be at 239.26, but it broke support multiple times throughout the day and also the day before. So it rallied here. Now it's taking a dip and it's slowly going to the downside. So some people who've seen these couple shots up, this stock is slowly correcting, right? So yes, within the next couple of days, can have another shot up. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, it shot up. Today, it didn't do any shoots up. It just stayed stagnant. So that's 4 days of consistent pattern, and today the pattern stopped. So I entered into a put option position yesterday. I got in 2 yesterday, another one today. So about time, I believe Friday or the week after, we should see Apple price correct. And I call it a price correction because right now it's way overbought. I know it's overbought because you look at the RSI indicator as a relative strength index. You can see that it's above the 70 mark and it's in the red, right? When it's oversold, it'll be in the blue. And when it's just about at a fair price range, it'll be between 60 and 40, but it's way outside that range. And as you can see, it's slowly going down, right? So it makes sense to have to be in a trade that's following the trend. And you may think like, okay, the trend is going up, but it's slowing down now. Finally, it's slowing down. This is signs of a reversal. So what I'm doing is I'm holding my put option positions until it breaks. And pretty soon it's going to break. And it's having a hard time shooting past $241. So I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. If it does happen, maybe a year out, 3-6 months. But for right now, I think it's going to follow the regular price trend of being trading around 220 to 240. And since we got in at 239, 240 is a pretty payday for us because you know how option works. For $1, you will make about 10 to 20 bucks. So it go down 10 bucks, it's $100 if the delta is 10. So that's Apple. What else has been going on in the markets lately? Stocks reach all-time highs. Eli Lilly took a dip. I know it's been a while since I've been here. Let's see, Eli Lilly. If I can spell correct. Oh my god, I forget the ticker symbol for Eli Lilly. I should look at market watch. Pretty sure I have some trade alerts here. Alright, let's try this again. Eli Lilly. Oh, that's what it Lilly. That's the ticker symbol. I can't believe I think I got the ticker symbol for Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly stock. Oh, LOI. That's what I was thinking of. So let's type in the ticker symbol LOI. And I'm gonna shorten it to about for strike prices. So Eli Lilly, did it have earnings? No, it didn't have earnings. Why did it take a dip? So Eli Lilly took a huge dip. What was this? They did have earnings. It was here. They rallied. For some reason, I had Eli Lilly on my. Oh, this is Apple. LLY. There you go. All right, so here you go. So Eli Lilly did take a huge dip. They had earnings. Earnings was pretty upsetting. So it's okay, cool. Eventually, at some point in time, it's going to reverse. So I got into a position. You can see here's the lows. The news happened here. Well, it happened here. And pretty much it did its thing. It reversed back up to where it was trading at before the news came out of its earnings. So that's a pretty good trade. Now, will the price actually return? Maybe. Anytime soon? Highly doubt it. Will it return to be trading at $820 for the next week or two? No. So, and by the way, anytime I'm calling out these trades, I'm not talking about anything in a short time frame. It's not within a week. Well, I should say, I'm not talking about option contracts that expire within a week. However, the trades that I call out can hit or become in the money within a week or sooner, right? But the way I do my trades, I buy contracts within a 60 to 120 day expiration date, right? Which makes it easier to be profitable. And I buy it at the money versus buying weeklies that expire within a week or 0 days expiration. Sometimes I do 0 days expiration because I see the trend in the market. I can get in, get out really quick. I have enough day trades available to trade. So that's why that works for me, right? But that may not work for everyone else if you don't have the time to watch it. You have to watch these trades if you're doing short-term trades. So something like Eli Lilly, I do believe Eli Lilly price will fluctuate between 800 to 850 bucks within the next year. Now, will that happen within the next week? Probably not. Do I see it going to 760, 775 soon? I do see that. But I can't call an exact time. But I do know within the 3 to 6 month time frame that we're going to see Eli Lilly return to 700, maybe 800 bucks. So a call option makes sense in this scenario. It would after we see a dip. So right now we're looking at the 4-hour chart and it's looking bearish. But if we zoom in to the 20-day chart, it looks bullish, right? Got the gold cross here. It's always on the uptrend. It have key having higher highs. It looked like it broke support here. In here. So with that in mind, we may see some days Eli Lilly may dip a little bit more. So it reached all-time highs at 776. I'm gonna use this blue line here. This is the 50-day moving average. They give you the average price action in the last 50 days. When it touch here at 755, that'd be an excellent position to buy. Me personally, I won't wait for a reversal. I buy here because it's strong support when it dips to this blue line, right? You see here, it went down a little bit, but it went back up. Buyers is buying this when it dipped below the 50-day moving average. So that tells you something. That tells you like, hey, look, they buying here is a strong support. So the strong support at 755. 755, the market is telling you it's going to buy here. So it's giving you the answer. You don't have to do any complex math. We just use one simple blue line and just look at the trend. That's what technical analysis is. That's what you use it for. So with that in mind, I'm going to enter a position at 755 when it dips there. So actually, I believe we could put in a trade alert here. So let's see if I can do this right. We'll do alerts, do LOI, Eli Lilly. Do I have to go to the chart and do this? Y'all know I always forget how to do this. I like to do it manually, where I just look at it, watch it, know what it's doing, kind of gauging what's going on in the markets. These alerts are helpful to get an email notification and say, here you go, study alert. We'll do study alert. At or above. So we have Eli Lilly. What's another one? So we have Eli Lilly. What's another one? I have my stock list here. I have a bunch of watch list positions. Eli Lilly. Lululemon. Oh my God. How do I forget about Lulu? So let's go to Lululemon. Ticker symbol is LULU. What's up with all these L's and dipping? That's right. This is the athletic brand. So it took a dip and I did my chart. It didn't return yet. Oh my God. This is crazy. This stock been depressed for a minute. What is going on with Lulu Athletica? Everybody Lulu. Everyone will know what Lulu is. I'm just really impressed. It's been about how many days? About 15 days since its earnings. It's been stagnating and it haven't broke out. It hadn't reached a all-time low, 159. It's like no one's trading this stock for real. Yeah, the trend been pretty bad, so it's not really smart to go long on this. Especially given that it's been 15 trading days and it hasn't recovered yet. Let's study what happened to last earnings. Took a big dip, two big dips, didn't recover. Recovers ever so slightly. So it looks like it take Eli Lilly about a month or two to recover. And we like halfway through that point. It recovered, earnings, boom. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, the earnings are recovered, barely recovered. Actually, let's just look at a fib here. So about 23% price mark. So I go from 222, so a $30 recovery. I'm seeing a trend, y'all. I'm seeing a trend. So it's supposed to hit 174. That's 11 bucks. You know what? This looks like a reversal here. Lower 159. It's stagnating the last couple of days between 160 to 164. This is a trade. This is a good trade here. We found one. We found a good trade. So it's not Eli Lilly, it's Lululemon. I'm not even gonna touch November 21st. We're gonna do 90 days expiration. So 90 days from now, that'll be December 17th. So December 19th. Call option. Big strikes. And we say on 175. So this call option right here. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna enter this trade. Once my Apple calls, do what it's supposed to be, Apple puts. But I believe this is a good trade here. Let's look at other things I've been looking at. Holy crap. This is a stock that really disappointed me. It's been rallying. It has not stopped rallying since it started rallying. And it's been almost over a month. Look at this thing. It's just disgusting. Higher highs every single trading day you think of. It's higher highs nonstop. It's powering through. Looks like it take a slight, ever so slightly dip at the end of the trading day every single day, but open up high as shit. Putting a put on this is highly dangerous. I would not touch it. It looks like it's returning to its normal price range of about 200, 210 or something. But this thing just been rallying. It does look like here it is overbought. So we may see a correction soon. Let me remove this because this don't even matter anymore. Now from here to about here. The correction is about 185. Will that happen? I'm not playing with it anymore. I'm only gonna play the upside. But from the way it looks like this thing could correct. But I feel like something in the market, if the markets is going on an uptrend, it's gonna trend up with the markets. It's not gonna do anything different. It's a technology company, so it does stuff like this. It's doing what's supposed to do in its nature. So I really want to short. So I'm just this season. I'm just in a shortened move. I was just in the put option. Everything's going down to zero type move. Because usually around Thanksgiving, that's when you start seeing the stock market start to dip. We head into the holidays. I just got this gut feeling that's telling me to get a put option on this stock. Because has it slowed down? Not really. It has the last couple trading days. Let's zoom in because this is a 4-hour chart. Let's zoom in. Let's go to 1 hour. I can't fairly say this thing has slowed down. It looks like it's going to attack the 210 range next at 220. But at some point in time, it has to correct. Can't keep doing this forever. It touched this blue line, barely touch it, and shoot right back up to new highs. It never visits purple in a long time. I'm gonna keep this on my radar. I'm not gonna make any trades on it yet. Let's see what else we have to go. Pawn, United Health. And all these stocks I'm calling out, either they had like a monster rally or they took a super duper dip. Let me go straight back to Tesla. Because Tesla is another one that I've been trying to find a short position in. Like, it's trading at $428. It have no business trading up here. I might have to get a leap on this because short-term volatility is going to crush me. But Tesla is going to correct, and when it does correct, it's going to correct hard. And it haven't even touched the 50-day moving average. Like the last 50 days, no one haven't been paying this price. No one's been paying the average price of 380. So Tesla will correct soon. It will. It may not be the next week or two, but I believe within a month or two, it's going to correct. We're going to see Tesla at 350, 360 range again. If that makes sense. It won't hold this very long. I've been telling people that, yeah, Tesla at 400 won't hold long. We see that it slowed down, haven't reached any new highs. Well, I should say any new rally highs. It's been slowly creeping up. Buying pressure slowed down. And it's going to dip. As far as Elon Musk buying all these shares, that already been priced into the market. But it's not the fair price for where it should be trading at. Now let's look at United Health. Boom. United Health is one that made me so upset because I was here when it first took its dip. I was right there. This is April. It went all the way down. I was here when it went even lower to 234. There's a lot of turmoil going on in the company. And now look at it. The stock has recovered ever so slightly. I had to keep the this price level, not the all-time highs of 606 to the lowest point. All right, so This is why I buy contracts 90 days out, because within 90 days, this should touch the 50% and the 61.8% price level. That'll be $430 per share when it touches the 61.8% level. Now, what I would do around 435, 425, I trade before it hits 430, because at 61.8% level, that's like the common known price range or percent level where it have a hard reversal. So anywhere between 390 and 415, get out. And it looks like, I just feel like there's a lot of air right here. It's not touching no, like, it's not really touching the average price. It is like short term, but I still feel like, we'll go back to the 4-hour chart. Let's go to a 1-hour chart. Yeah, it's like a lot of air right here. It's like the price have went below the 50-day moving average. There is a bearish signal there. And it looks like it's going to go down. It's going to go down. It's going to touch here about 323 before it corrects again. But this stock is due for a huge correction. It's trading way below where its value at. I feel like it fluctuating between 480, 490 a share will make sense. Everything that's been trading right now is off of fear of a company going out of business or more bad things keep happening. So this is hot on my watch list. I want to add more shares of this to my portfolio, because this is something that should be trading like around, like, look at where it's trading at before, 500, shoot, 630. Like, yeah, this stock should be trading about 450 a share. So if you take down anything away from the video, write down this stock right now. Write it down, remember it, add it to your watch list. It's highly important to add it to your watch list. And these are all gems I'm calling out. All stocks that have been depressed, overbought, oversold. It's going to do something this year. It's going to do something within the next year. And I have this recorded, so you can go back and watch this video a year out from now or 3 months out from now, and you'll say, hey, that guy was right. He knew exactly what he was talking about, and he did exactly what he said he was going to do. PRT, another example. I want to say it's a shit company, but half the people investing in this bullshit don't know what the fuck the company does. I'm always say that. I'm very bearish on PLTR. It should have been returned to about $120 a share. They have no business trading at the level it's trading at now. That's why it never touched 200. It could touch 200, 230, but I just feel like the way it's moving is way too fast. And at some point in time, this stock is going to crash. It's not going to last long. Now, does that mean the company is shit? No, it does not. I look at the company financials. Company financials are solid, but I do think this stock is way overbought. It shouldn't be trading at where it's trading at right now. And since I have that in mind, I'll feel comfortable holding on to a put option, like $125 strike price put option. I'll feel comfortable with that, because right now, if you look at the chart, it's forming a head and shoulders pattern. Here's the head, here's one part of the shoulder, this is the other part of the shoulder. So after here, this stock is going to go down. It's going to correct. Like, when you see it hit the $154 price mark, it touched there, then 140, then 125, then you know. Now, if it does depress all the way back down to $110 a share, I'll buy it. That makes sense, because now the price has officially corrected. But buying this stock at $190, $168 a share, adding to your portfolio, that is not a smart move right now. When it's trading at all-time highs, there's a lot of things that hasn't played out into the market, or news that haven't came out, earnings that haven't came out yet, and people are buying this stock and not knowing what the hell they're doing. So this is one I'm very bearish on. I'll be only buying puts. I will never touch a call on this thing, but most definitely put options. CrowdStrike is the last one. CRWD. Another one that was depressed and recovered. And you can tell I traded it because I have my Fibonacci drawings on there. Where did it go? Boom, there it is. I said boom, there it is. So I traded from here to here. What did I do with this trade? I must have traded it after the mark. It probably dipped here. Then I assumed it was going to return here and did that. Then it just went down after that point. So this stock does look depressed. The 200-day moving average is above the price and also above the 50-day moving average. That's signs of a downtrend. Yeah, look, this stock is going to go down. Like, yeah, you have some buying pressure here, but it's not going to last long. Sell off pretty quick. Just like here, all-time high, boom, sell off, all-time high, boom. Lower highs, lower lows. That's on the 1 minute chart. This is from today price actually. Got some higher highs here. The buying is slowing down. Like I said before, everything I called out, put on your watch list. Those 5 stocks I called out, add to your watch list. These are highly tradable stocks. Some of them are good to add to your portfolio. I say with hesitation because I don't know about PLTR. But Apple, PLTR, Tesla, CrowdStrike, Eli Lilly, Lululemon, PANW. Those are the 7 stocks that I called out. Add those to your watch list. Replay this video. If I say, hey, do a call, look into a call, do a put, look into a put. This is highly valued information right here. This is the same information I use to make a shit ton. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. Just keep your head on the swivel. Please, please be smart with your money. Don't go putting all your money, all your eggs in one basket. Don't just randomly listen to random people off of YouTube that say, hey, do this, do that. Make sure you do your own analysis, your own due diligence. Look at my other videos that explain due diligence and analysis. And that's all I have for y'all. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below. If you feel like I earned it, subscribe to my video. And that's all I have for y'all. Oh, and by the way, I do have a group chat. The link should be in the bio. If not, just leave a comment and I'll make sure to get with you with the link. See y'all later.